Welcome to the Biloxi City Council meeting, Tuesday, December the 27th, 2020, last meeting of the year. I need a motion to accept the agenda.
Moved.
Moved by Mr. Lawrence. I need a second. Second by Mr. Glavin. Any questions? All in favor? Okay, 6-0, motion carries. Presentation agenda, mayor's report.
Thank you, Mr. President. I hope everyone had a great Christmas, and I hope I was going to have even a greater New Year coming up. But first, in our hearts, and first up on this agenda is Miss Forever Biloxi, or Miss Biloxi Forever. Mrs. Hunt, would you come up here and give us a report on the Mardi Gras Museum?
Thank you.
I was seeing if I had a cork to open this wine.
No, that is not mine.
Give that lady that microphone.
That is not mine.
Just push it in.
I made you all banana bread.
Thank you.
And it's got walnuts in it. So if you don't like banana bread,
Give it,
Fofo will take it.
that's right.
Thank you. My name is Susan Hunt. I just want to wish all of you, I know you all had a great Christmas. Wish you a very, very happy New Year. Be coming on us real soon. I want to thank you all so very much for your helping us with our expenses, giving us additional monies, and taking care of our utilities. It has helped us immensely. I also want to share with you, you have at your place, 12th night is coming up. It'll be Thursday, January the 5th, 5 o'clock, gather at the Biloxi Visitor Center, 6 o'clock, turn off the lights of the Christmas and parade to the City Hall. 6:30, we turn on the lights of Carnival at City Hall to celebrate 115-year Biloxi tradition. So we've got Bill Raymond here, and of course Anna's going to speak, so if any of you have any questions, they have it all in detail. Also, we have coming up the shoebox float contest. We kick that off on Monday. The letters go out to the schools. And then we have the Children's Marching Parade on February the 11th. So you all will be seeing lots of me during January and February. And then I have your permission on Mardi Gras Day.
You be official.
Okay, on Mardi Gras Day, I'm official. I get to walk the street with Chief John Miller. Thank you very much. Anna, will you come on up?
Does that mean you're a streetwalker?
She's in charge, too. She's in charge.
Well, thank y'all so much. As Susan said, thank you so much for your continued support. It has really helped us. We have given you the quarterly report at your desk to review, but we're excited to tell you that we had 420 visitors the last 3 months from over 36 states and 3 different countries. We really enjoyed participating in several city events, the Cruising the Coast Block Party, Halloween on Howard, Boo on the Roo, and Christmas in the City. We also enjoyed hosting a couple of different group tours. One was the Keesler Key Spouses and the State Elks Conference as well. And as Ms. Hunt just mentioned, we're really excited about 12th night, January 5th, the Children's Marching Parade, February 11th, and the Shoebox Float Contest. And we really appreciate all the city does to support these wonderful events. So thank you so much.
Thank you. And all of y'all are invited to the 12th night celebration.
You got, your assignment, Chief, now, right? Okay.
Thank y'all for
All right.
all the support of everything. And Happy New Year.
Happy
Thank you,
New
Ms.
Year.
Hunt.
Felix, stop that.
Very good. Next, I'd like to ask our friend Rob come up and give a project report on some of the things that y'all have been working on.
Hello. Merry Christmas a day or two late, and Happy New Year. So, yeah, I'm just thrilled that you gave us a little more time because we wanted to kind of redirect how we were going to make and beautify this project. And I guess the one thing I wanted to say before we got started on anything else, I think our record kind of speaks for itself, looking at the boardwalk, looking at the reef, looking at Salute. This is not going to be your run-of-the-mill. We're not going to do anything halfway. This will be a project that the city will be proud of. I wanted to kind of also add that I think key to this is that a single woman or any of your daughters walking into this establishment 10 or 11 o'clock at night, we want to make sure that they feel safe, that the bathrooms are immaculate, the business will be immaculate. That's all added bonus, you know, but put the quality of our dining that we're well known for in a location with indoor, outdoor areas. I think it's going to be something everyone will be proud of, and I just wanted to say that going into this. And also, I have to give credit to Freddie Fountain for the beautiful job they did of replanting and figuring a way that tree for tree, there'll be a complete replacement. We're not going to do anything, like I said, halfway. This will be a beautiful project to be proud of. Thank you.
Thank you, Rob. I think we've had some folks from the didn't get a chance to speak, so I'd like to invite, if you'd like to come up and speak, a little bit about what you were thinking last week that you kind of got boxed out in citizens' comment.
Thank you very much. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. I'm Dr. John Douglas. I have several properties in Biloxi. I'm from Biloxi. My wife's from Biloxi. We've been raised here. We live just on the other side of DeVees Road at this point in time. I'm sorry, can you hear me?
Thank you. Yes.
Hi, Merry Christmas. Anyway, what I was trying to say is I'm from this area from 1981 on. My wife has been born here. Kids have been raised here. So we have a lot of investment in Biloxi. And over the years, Katrina, Camille, everything, we've seen a lot of the area wiped out, rebuilt, and there's only one section of Biloxi left that I can see that has a large area that can be developed into Biloxi, more of a tasteful, industrial, nice area. We have a lot of the old Biloxi around Veterans Highway, all the way to Rodenberg, the race car, car entertainment for beach thing, the same old Myrtle Beach 1960 look. But there's a lot of areas that can look a lot better. And I heard that, this lot's been empty for a while, and we're lucky to get something. Well, look what's happened to Tullis Manor right now. There's some classic areas in here where we can have something be beautiful and that we want for the future. This is the corner where the Friendship House used to be, the Olive Garden used to be. At the Planning Commission, I spoke, and there was some lady there, wasn't even with us, said, we used to come here every year to the Friendship House. And it was a thing our family looked forward to. Well, the family's not going to look forward to going to a speedway. And the area on the beach is what does Biloxi have? It has this beachfront. It's one of the main assets. And to give away this to a 16-pump, 5,000 square foot convenience store with a 1,500 square foot liquor store is not the best use of beachfront property. It's not attractive. It's not necessary. That area, you have the high-rise legacy condos right there, 2 lots empty that were restaurants before, and then you have that whole area empty all the way to the Bow View condominiums at the other end with an IHOP right there. And then you have the mall, and then you have a Merrill Lynch, and you have some nice new development in Biloxi. Not speedways, and not race car tracks, and not T-shirts. And this area has already said there's going to be a hotel built in that area. It's a great place for new hotels. It's a great place for business, industrial, lawyers' offices, kind of industrial area. That whole area could be nice, not hodgepodge. And it's a necessity. Just at the other end of Bees, there's 2 gas stations. There's 4 gas stations within a mile of that area, not even half a mile. Liquor stores don't even get me started. Not that I'm a teetotaler, but there's a lot of liquor stores around there, and more being built every day. So there's just not a need for that. That property is too valuable to let it go. And the traffic there, if you have a truck that has to turn around, a boat that has to turn around, it's just not that big of an area. Coming off Highway 90, there's only 5-car slot to move onto that area. One big truck, a car is gonna be blocking that off. Highway 90 is gonna be blocked. Going down, they could decide they're going down the service road, heading west, there's a merger at the end of the service road that goes on Highway 90. It's treacherous at this point. The traffic is a lot more, it's gonna be very treacherous. And just think, there's not one commercial property on the service drive in Gulfport or Biloxi this time, not a one. So I think you ought to pick things that you want to be, that Biloxi will be proud of in the future. When people come down Cowan and go into Biloxi, that they're not seeing another service station. We've got them coming all the way down Cowan up by the interstate. We've got plenty where we are right now. And George, they told you about having a restaurant in there. Well, it's going to be a self-serve. Self-serve is the hot dog stands. Maybe they have some higher-end food. But there's not going to be a bunch of tables where people can eat and enjoy themselves. That's just not going to happen. Gas stations in Biloxi have done transient centers. I mean, if you look at the Circle K, the Shell, sometimes they're scary to go into at night. And this thing's going to have a liquor store. It's going to have, all this food hanging around. The rescue mission is up the street on the Bees. I live there. I can see what goes by, what's wrong, how it's changed over the last few years. So I think this is an important part. And the trees, and being there, that's part of the area, that starts Biloxi. And I just think you all are really losing an opportunity for that section of the beach not to be something that you can zone and plan appropriately. And because they tell you what they're going to do today, they flip this thing tomorrow, and the next people do whatever they want. They've already got it approved. So this is going to be a 16-station service station with food where you can get it off the grill, self-serve, and a liquor store. And that's just in a very congested corner of the block. They've changed it from what it was before. It was not going to be any trees. I believe it was going to open on on DeBees. Now it's going to open on the service drive. I'm not confused. And I think the congestion of that area, the need of that area, and the future plans of Biloxi just doesn't belong there. And for all the people that are living in that area, those high rises, it's going to be a nice area of the Biloxi. I think you need to keep it that way. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
And I think that concludes my report.
Thank you, Mayor. Appreciate all of you guys. Okay, we're going to move on. Departmental reports, there are none. I don't see council report. Mr. Lawrence?
Yeah, I wish everybody had a great Christmas. I know it was a little cold, but it really wasn't that bad. 20 degrees down here, that's pretty, once you break 45 down here, it's not good. We're not built for those things. Couple things, the folks on the fences on the playground equipment, is that in motion already?
We're trying
They had the fences,
to
that's,
get bids and what we need to do from a purchasing standpoint. That's going to be your next package as far as the things that we're going to do with the bond and recreation and A.J. Holloway. We're working that up right now, along with pickleball.
yeah, I'm gonna ask you about that too. So we got the concession stand and that. Have you looked at what would it cost for us to build 12 courts while we're doing all that?
Got an idea.
At the same time?
Got an idea.
An idea or the price?
Yeah, $50,000 for 2 courts. So do the arithmetic.
Okay, so it'd be, that's not bad, 300,000.
Okay.
That's, put the 200,000, put it $500,000 together.
We
that'd
got
be,
200 in there right now for the restrooms and locker rooms and that court. Then whatever we can. The 200,000 can be if it's 2 more courts to be ordered. But I think it's on site. I guess the footprint is defined, and we could fill it in with as many as we can.
the reason I said it, because I noticed on TV, they always have these championships, and people pack there to go watch them. I mean, it's a great draw. It's a good venue for a lot of elderly people, and they have a lot of expendable money.
It's not just
So we have a good time. They love the casinos down here. So it's an opportunity to expand something at the right time to create something good for the city of Biloxi. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Newman? Mr. Demme? Dr. Tisdale.
No, I hope everybody had a nice Christmas, as Mr. Lawrence said, and if you're traveling for New Year's, hope you have a safe trip both ways, and I hope everybody looks forward to a happy and prosperous New Year. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Glavin.
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. Just like to ask Chief Miller, I know we had an incident out at Destiny Plantation. Want to make sure that we follow up with the, I guess, the board of their HOA. They're waiting to hear maybe a little bit of feedback on the incident, and appreciate it if you just keep me informed of that, Chief. And thank you to your officers who responded promptly to that issue. It could have got out of hand. Y'all took good care of it. Also like to wish everyone an after Christmas greeting. Hope everybody enjoyed the little frosty weather that came through, and understand we're going to get up into the 50s and 60s in the coming days here. That concludes my report at this time.
Thank you, Mr. Glavin. Mr. Baird?
Thank you. No real report. I just hope everyone had a Merry Christmas. Went on a cruise, so I wasn't here the last meeting. And when I got off the cruise ship on Friday morning at around 10 o'clock, it was 80 degrees. And when I got home, it was 25. So I'd packed nothing but shorts and T-shirts. So I was frozen when I came home. But I hope everyone has a great New Year. And it looks like we're going to have a great New Year turnout in Biloxi. I think even the Motel 6 is around $350 a night. And so I think most of our rooms are probably booked up, so we should have a great.
What was the reason for your cruise? I heard there was.
My oldest son got engaged. Well, that wasn't the reason. We were going on the cruise anyway, but he got engaged on the cruise. So,
Congratulations.
So I'm that much closer to getting rid of another, getting empty nest. But looks like we're going to have a great New Year's Eve here in Biloxi. I think most of our major hotels are sold out, and even the smaller ones are pretty full as well. So looking forward to that. Hope everyone has a great New Year.
I managed to drop $250 for my 4 grandkids at Margaritaville, and you're welcome. You're welcome.
Man, we could have gave you a discount for that much, but anyway.
And likewise, I wanted to wish everybody season's greetings and a happy new year. Okay, with that being said, I want to move on to citizen comments. Total allotted time, 45 minutes. 3 minutes per person will be strictly enforced. Is there anyone on my left that would like to come up and say anything? Anyone on my left? Okay, anyone on my right? Anyone in the back of the room? Okay, with that being said, we're gonna close citizen comments. All right, we're gonna take.
President, I would motion that we go into a closed session for the purpose of examining the necessity to go into executive session to discuss the director's salaries on today's agenda.
Okay, for personnel matters, okay.
I'll move that.
Moved by Mr. Lawrence. Need a second?
I'll second it.
Second by Dr. Tisdale. Now we need a motion for the council to conclude the closed session and reconvene in the opening meeting.
I move it.
Moved by Mr. Lawrence.
I'll second it.
Second by Dr. Tisdale. All in favor? Okay, 5-6-0. Okay, 5-1. Mr. Deming. Yes. And last, I need a motion and a second to go into executive session.
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Lawrence.
Second.
Second by Dr. Tisdale. Any questions? All in favor? 5-1. Okay. Executive session.
Yes, he didn't vote on anything on the bill at all.
Hey, you got the memo. Yeah, we got the memo.